Hey guys, how's it going? This is Dylan Ray again, and welcome back to my channel. So today I really want to talk about just basically making money with indie games. And right now I'm basically looking at a website called Think Gaming, and I want you to pay attention to some of these numbers because some of these numbers are the numbers of how much each one of these games is making a day, only in the United States, and it's basically only for the App Store. So a lot of you are super passionate about making games. I'm very passionate about making games, and we also want to make money because that's basically how we're gonna be able to pay our bills, how we're gonna be able to sustain our family. So in a lot of the games that I actually made in the past and things that I'm making right now, they actually been very successful, and including the one that I mentioned before, which was Cubix, which was generated about 700 to 1,000 downloads per day. And that was incredible. Like the feeling of making a game that is generating that much in revenue is incredible. So, but I also want you to look at what I'm about to read to you, because this is only honestly beyond anything that I've seen. But this is actually the potential that we have if we want to make, how much we could make if we're making great games, or if we're making games that are gonna basically be played by a large volume of people. So right now I'm looking at thinkgaming.com, and I'll put that in the description of this video. And so if you look at some of the games that are in this list, some of those games are games that you might not like, but I want you to take your bias out and basically focus on the revenue, because this is basically the potential that you will have with making indie games, with making larger games, depending on your studio size. So I'm looking at Fortnite right now making $1.9 million a day in revenue. So this is actually a game that is completely free and has a lot of in-app purchases in it. There's a lot of things that you can do inside the game, but to me the crazy thing is that game is generating 1.9 million dollars per day, which is insane. Then following to that, number two, I am looking at Candy Crush Saga, which is generating 1.3 million. Then Golf Clash, $1 million per day. Toon Blast is generating $642,000 a day. And then you keep going on that list, and they keep the amount keeps going down, but the amount it's insane because it's beyond $100,000 per day. If I go down, let's see if I can find one that is not from a larger studio, but for the most part, Wordscapes is generating $59,000 per day. Design a Home, $60,000 per day. And if we go to the next page, of course, you have Minecraft generating $56,000 per day. And let's see, a lot of these games that are making a lot of money are I think I see a pattern where there's a lot of role playing or construction type games. Like you look at Fortnite, where you're doing a lot of construction inside the game. Then you look at Minecraft, which is also that has that same genre. It's also generating a lot of money, which is, we're talking about $1.9 million to $56,000, which is what Minecraft is generating. So that to me is insane on, knowing how Minecraft started, and this amount is probably low because I'm not considering, the amount of money that they're generating, in other platforms. I'm not considering, all of the merchandise that they generate. And yeah, like other platforms like Nintendo Switch, like the Xbox One, PlayStation, they're everywhere. So there's a lot of potential for doing really well with making indie games and making a lot of money. Clearly you can see on the stats. Then if I keep going to page 3, even on page 3, the game that is 118 is generating $31,000 a day. So there's a lot of potential. FIFA Soccer generating 35,000 a day. Of course, that's a big studio. So Mobile Strike, Hearthstone, 33,000. So The reason why I wanted to show you this list, and this is not something that I normally do in my videos and talk about money, but I want you to see the basically the potential, how much you can actually generate by making indie games or making big games. So you might think that this is a very small percent of the people that actually make money with games, and that is completely true. But that shouldn't stop you from making games. Yeah, this is a lot of money. It's great money, but I want you to also always keep in mind that, to get to the level that some of these games are, gotten to, yeah, some might be lucky, some might have, gotten a good idea, implemented it, and it went viral, and that happens. That's gonna happen. I mean, that's how society works and innovation works. You get one innovation and explodes, and that person or that company will do really well. But you as an indie should be innovating every day. You should be, anytime you're making a game, anytime you're coming up with a mechanic, try to look at things from a different angle. Try to look at things that are, unique, or things that kind of represent what your brand is. And that's the thing that I try to, focus as much as I can in anything that I'm making. I try not to look at, focus on numbers. Numbers are great, but that shouldn't be your main motivator for making games. If it is, you're not gonna succeed. So try to focus on, the fun part, the innovation part. Yeah, we do wanna get to a point where, we're making tons of money, you're making great money, because that's basically what's gonna sustain your business. It's gonna, be able to fit into the core business strategy and expenses. So make sure that by all means, whatever you're making, don't focus entirely on money. Focus on innovation and the money that you're getting in for, making games, and try to spend those dollars or whatever the currency might be for you to innovate, to create great things, to create what somebody else is actually not doing. Because that's basically what is going to get you to the top charts. That's basically what's going to get you to, get you featured by Apple, by other platforms. So make sure that you focus on that. And if you guys have any questions about what I just mentioned, let me know through the comments, let me know through social media, and don't forget to subscribe and share this video. Thank you guys.